Here we are, man. Big fight. The
Can you see
build-up
me?
is here. Yes, sir.
Bro,
What's going down, Apochi?
everything good.
Good deal. Now we got Brandon coming into the building right now. And let me hit the record on this so that we record
Yo,
on. Good deal.
yo.
As we now have Brandon Bulletproof Glanton in the building. We got both fighters in the building. Let's get it.
Yo.
Here we go, people. Thanks for tuning in to Airshow Sports. It's your boy Aaron Cantu coming at you with a live edition of Airshow Sports. And we got two of the top cruiserweights in the world right now joining the channel ahead of their fight June 27th, live from the Armory in Minneapolis, Minnesota. This fight's going to go down live on Fox. It's a 10-round bout. And both of these guys are undefeated. We got FA, the Nigerian Pitbull, Apochi, 11-0, 11 knockouts. He's hailing from Ughelli, Nigeria. And he's coming into this fight on a hot streak. Just stopped his last opponent, Nicholson, in the first round. We also have Brandon Bulletproof Glanton, 13-0, 11 knockouts, hailing from Atlanta, Georgia. And his last victory was last November back in Los Angeles on the undercard of a PBC card. And Brandon is a guy who's searching for a big fight. He finally has it here against Apochi. So I'm going to get right to it, gentlemen. First of all, thanks for coming on the channel today. I really appreciate it. You guys are obviously, deep into training camp, getting ready for this big fight. And, it just shows a lot of maturity and the ability to promote a fight. So I really appreciate you guys tuning in and joining us. I'm going to start with FA. FA, you're 11-0, 11 knockouts, man. What's been
Yep.
the secret to your success so far in your career? And why have you been able to stop every single guy you've been in the ring with?
Say that again, please.
One more time. FA, what's been the secret to your success early in your career? And why have you been able to stop every single one of your opponents?
I'm going to answer that with just one word. It's thought, thinking.
Your mind, your thoughts?
Yeah, thought. You think about you think, therefore you are. It's imagination. You imagine what you want to do and you become. That's how I think, and that is how I do.
Most
You know,
definitely, FA. And in your own words, man, why do you believe you're the best cruiserweight in the world right now?
I don't believe I know.
You
you know
know,
that.
but
Yeah,
explain to the viewers how do you know that you're the best cruiserweight in the world?
because I feel it in my blood, in my DNA. I can feel it. Nobody can beat me. Like I know. It's a knowing thing. It's I don't know how to break it down. Like it's me. I am. When we say I am, it's a literature, it's a word. I am the best cruiserweight in the world, and I know nobody can beat me. I know it's a feeling. It's just the way you feel. It's like emotion. When you feel it all over your body, all over your blood, your veins, your bone, in my neurons, in the cells of my blood. I know nobody can beat me, and I'm here to prove it. That's why I'm here.
Most definitely, FA. We know you're a fighter that doesn't take a step back. I'm going to go to Brandon now. Brandon, 13-0, 11 knockouts, man. For the viewers who haven't seen you fight, Brandon, describe yourself and your style as a fighter.
Um, pressure, pressure, um, volume. I take people to a place they've never been in, a place they don't want to be, and a place they don't stay long, as y'all see. So I take you to the hard place and make you live there. I people can't keep up with it because they're not comfortable being uncomfortable. It's something I learned how to do very well. So pressure.
Pressure, says Brandon. And Brandon, it's safe to say, man, you've been relatively underrated and overlooked. Frankly, both you guys have. You guys both haven't got the level of publicity I think you guys deserve as fighters. But Brandon, why do you think you've been overlooked early in your career?
It has honestly, it's got a lot to do with what FA and I spoke about before. Growing up and in school and out with my friends, I never been good at talking. I never been good at, speaking about it. I talk with my hands. I might go back and forth with words a little bit, but, I kind of leave the talking. Well, back then it's with my helmet football, but, now it's with my hands. So, I'm real old school, I'm not big on the social media stuff. I'm not big on the, going live and all that. That's something that I learned that, it's a part of boxing today. It's a part of any sport today. It's something, even when I got with Mikey, that was the first thing he said, like, I need you to get more relevant on social media. And it's something I've been working with. It's something I've been coming around to. I've been doing better, much better than I did back then. So, people don't know about me because I'm relatively quiet. I'm quiet in success. I'm quiet in shortcomings. And, the best time to see me is in action, because I speak very loud in person, as you've seen for yourself. So.
Most definitely. Now, Brandon is a former nose guard at Albany State University, a former college football player. I'm going to go back to F.A. F.A., just plain and simple, man. What do you make of Brandon Glanton as a fighter?
I've watched a couple of his fights. He's slow. He's very slow. He doesn't have all the boxing techniques, as you can see. I don't think he even have a good amateur background, because that's the roots of boxing. If you never box in the amateurs, you can't take that away. I'm like six times national champion, 2 times African champion, and 1 time Commonwealth champion. I fight the best of every country. So nothing is new to me. When you're playing around America, you think you're something. You would think, oh, you got it. But when you move out of your comfort zone and you go international, then you understand boxing is a school, So I just think he got a long way to go. He picked the wrong fight. I guarantee him. But there's nothing wrong if you lose to the Nigerian Pitbull. You're still relevant if you lose to me. I can say, but if you lose to some other guys, maybe that will be the end of your career. But if he loses to me, I don't think I love this man. He's my friend even before now. So I'm not trying to take anything away from him, but he's just not in my level. He's not in my league. Believe me, this is boxing. We don't babysit in this game. This is a sport when they blow your score. This is your computer, okay? This is a sport when they blow your brain. And, he has offered me his brain for me to punch, and that's exactly what we're going to do on the 27th. So I think he's really not in that level, and he has picked the fight. He called me out. I saw the video previously. Yesterday, he was denying the fact that he didn't call me out, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, you did. I have the tape. You called me out, and I like that, because everybody's been running away from me, and all of a sudden, one guy called me out and said, we want that fight. We want that fight. And the reason we want that fight is because Apochi think he's the real deal. And those kind of guys, I like to break him. I want to make a fool of him. I was like, wow, really? That's good for boxing, I like championship fights, two undefeated fighters going head to head. This is good for boxing, It's really about the entertainment now. And I see that when I came into America, I found that the cruiserweight is sleeping, and I'm here to spice it up. And that's why I'm here, to put some spices in the cruiserweight and blow it up. And Glanton is It's just the type of people that we can use, to spice the cruiserweight division up, because the cruiserweight division is really sleeping, in my opinion, and we're just gonna do what we gotta do.
Let me clarify, FA, because I spoke to you about a year and a half ago at your camp,
Mhm.
and you were adamant about getting the fights, against fighters who are game, like some of the bigger fights. You want to fight the best.
They're
But in
running
all
away there.
fairness to Brandon, I actually asked him the question about a potential fight against you, and he said he was open to it. So he was presented the question and then answered it accordingly. So it wasn't just calling your name. In all fairness to him, Brandon, can you clarify? Would you like to clarify?
Yeah, I noticed that he went looking for me on Facebook, and he was saying that he was happy that I called him out. I didn't know what he was talking about until just now. That was the video we did the night before my last fight. So,
But
and like you said, it wasn't me calling him out. I didn't think they would give me the opportunity, to be honest. I felt like he's protected. So I'm like, yeah, I want that fight, because I did. Just like, you were there for the phone call when we got called about the fight. I'm like, absolutely. So, I get how he, being on the other side, he takes it, he sees me saying his name. I can understand how he came to that conclusion, but I didn't think that they were going to give me the fight, just like they protected other cruiserweights. They asked me, and I directly said yes, and he ended up fighting both of them. So, I just said okay, and it was when I sat back and I just said, you know what, I'll wait and see what happens. I got the call about the fight. Absolutely.
Now, Brandon, let's be real, man. Do you believe this is the toughest fight of your career?
Nah, nah, not even close. When you talk about toughest, you can't just talk. You're not just talking about punching power. You're not just talking about speed. You're not talking about agility, about ring smarts. So what he brings to the table, it could be. They say he can punch. Maybe he can punch. They say he's in shape. Maybe he's in shape. But the tools that he brings, I'm very good at dismantling them. So although they may be intense, it's going to be a fight. Being the hardest of my career, no, maybe of my professional career, for sure. I've had amateur fights harder than this fight will be.
Wow, very interesting comments, but definitely the toughest fight of your professional career. And let me go back to FA. FA, you're number one ranked in the WBA at cruiserweight right now. Why take a fight against a dangerous, undefeated fighter in Brandon Glanton? This is a dangerous fight, man.
To me, he's not dangerous to me. The WBA champion don't want to fight me, because they know me. His manager, his coach, the promoter, they know. So I think they're ducking and dodging. And in order for me not to stay waiting for him to get ready. So I needed a stay ready fight, like stay busy fight. And I spoke to my manager and Ronnie. I said, I don't mind anybody. I just believe in the professional boxing career is all about fighting the best. So whoever think is the best, come. I'm not ducking and dodging anyone. I will never do that because I want to fight. I want to show I'm the best, and I want to show it. I've been saying this since the first. I'm the best in the division, and I want to show it. And the only way I can show it is to fight anybody who's ready to fight me. So I'm glad to have him. I told Ronnie the other time. I said I don't want to fight a guy who lost before. I need undefeated fighters. Like I want championship. So, and I'm glad he came, and this is good for me. He's talking about I'm not. This is not the hardest, toughest fight in his career. You never fought me before, so how you gonna know if I'm the toughest or not? You've never fought, you never fight a guy like me before, never. I'm pure African. I'm not an African American, so there is a difference. There is a different blood flowing in our stream. So he can't say this is not the toughest fight. He know. I can see it in his eyes. He know his career is at stake. But like I said before, if you lose to the Nigerian Pitbull, it's not a problem. You're just going to be coming behind, which is okay. You can have another opportunity when the time comes. But losing to the Nigerian Pitbull is not a big deal. It's a good thing if you lose against me. So just hold it there. Just hang it there. You're going to be fine.
Hey, I really appreciate your guys' respect. And as far as this could easily get out of hand, but I appreciate you guys respecting each other and being able to talk and not interrupt. And I'm going to go to Brandon as he gets a call. But Brandon, this is a huge fight for you, man. You've been calling for a big fight for a long time. You said yourself, you didn't even expect that you're going to land this fight. What does a win do for you and your career and your livelihood?
That's the big picture, man. That's the picture that I've been waiting on. For me, this fight isn't about the money. This fight isn't about, obviously I love my fans. I want to continue to make them happy, continue to give them, good shows. This particular fight is not about either of the two. This is about God keeping a promise to me. This is about me proving that I am what I say I am. I'm in 100% agreement with FA that I want to fight the best. I wanted to fight someone undefeated. I wanted to fight somebody begging months and months and months. Mikey, come on, let me get the fight. Let me get the fight. Talk to Al. Let me do this, do that. I'm with that. So for me, it allows me to publicly give the answer that I've been saying the whole time. I am the best cruiserweight. Not only that, I'll be the best heavyweight when I move up. This particular fight is about this particular part in time, just to show I am what I say I am. Just like with anything else, it only gets harder. He was almost handpicked for me. So I'm happy to have it. I realized that it took me sitting back and being patient and allowing things to play out how they did for me to get the opportunity I've been looking for. So, the other two opportunities that I wanted, I thought they were the biggest opportunities. Here they are, and they slipped away, and I end up getting something bigger. So this is better. He's much more respected than the other two. So for me, this is the epitome of happiness. For me, it allows me to answer, every question while remaining silent. So
good deal, Brandon. Hey, I just want to touch with FA. FA, do you believe this man can take your power?
No, absolutely no. Nobody can take my power. How do they take a power away? I don't even understand that. This is natural. I was born with it. I did not train to have power. I see people doing programs to be strong. I'm naturally strong.
But FA, what happens in the fight against Brandon where it's in the 4th or 5th round and he's still on his feet and he's able to withstand or at least weather the storm against you? What happens then?
The punishment continue. It's as simple as that. If you don't go down, you continue to take the punishment because I will not stop. I will not stop until the referee says stop. This is how it is. This is how I was trained. We just keep going. It's 10 rounds. It's easy. It's a 10-round fight. If he don't go down, I promise you, he will go down. Because most times these guys, they just talk. They talk maybe because of the TV or because of the social media. Everybody can talk. Everybody can type on the phone. But as soon as the bell rings, when they test the power, when they know it's real, they start running away. The same thing happened to Nicholson. When we clashed for the first round, he felt the power. He knew the power was real. He started running away. I've knocked out everybody I've faced even in the amateurs. Almost similar thing. I have a 66 amateur fight. and I knocked out 55 guys in less than 3 rounds with a big move. So I know this power is real. Like nobody, I don't need anybody to tell me I'm strong. I know from the amateur days, I know I'm strong. Like I've been dropping everybody from the
Definitely
national level to the international level. In the amateur boxing, we have 3 rounds and we have 16 hands glove, and I can drop everybody in less than 3 rounds. Then now we're talking about 10 hands glove. In the professional level is different. And I've seen it. I've tested it. They don't cross the third round. Really, only Newman happened to go to the 7th round with me, and I know why. I know why he went to the 7th round with, because I turned vegan, and my body was trying to adjust to the new norm, and I think that was how he got that leverage to get to the 7th round. And Newman is quite experienced too. He's a USA Olympian. He have that elusiveness and technique and everything, and he tried to use it, but it didn't work.
So Effie, you're no longer vegan, he said?
I'm still. I said the time I fought Newman, I just turned vegan.
Just turned vegan. Okay.
My body was trying to adjust to the new. When I gave up the meat and all that dairy and all that all that food, so my body was trying to adjust. So I kind of feel some type of way, and and that was how Newman could balance me to the 7th round, but he still didn't go more than the 7th round.
Newman knew how to box. He had a good jab. He's rangy. He has
a good amateur background. So he's 2 times Golden Glove, USA Golden Glove. He's Olympian and all. So you already know when a guy is in that level, you already know they know the sport.
But that's the perfect transition to my next question for Brandon, and something that not a lot of people have been really talking about. So Brandon's a guy who was 300 pounds plus playing football. He's a guy who had to drop weight to become a boxer. Brandon, how do you feel like size will play a factor in this fight? And do you believe your size will be key in this fight, in that maybe FA hasn't been in the ring with somebody, as Bill, or, somebody who is naturally big?
You know what? I'm always the one saying size don't matter, this and that. Size, because I've been screaming to go up. The thing about Efe, he doesn't realize how big I am. I think, in this fight, size is definitely going to be a factor. But it's just like, you follow basketball, you got LeBron going one-on-one with Curry. The best big man, the best little man, best big man probably going to shut him down if that little man is skill for skill. I'm not saying he's a small man, but I'm very, very big, and he hasn't. I don't think he realizes it. Even on the side-by-sides that PBC is using for us, they got me. I'm like 170 in that picture. So it's just like they don't even realize, and I realized that a few days ago. They just like, wait a minute, they don't even. Oh, okay, that's when I couldn't get a fight unless I suck myself 25 pounds under where I want to be. Okay, so I'll do that, and I'll still perform. My size is definitely going to be a part of it, but the ability, the knowledge about boxing, even the simple stuff about, him saying Earl was an Olympian. He wasn't. He was close. He wasn't an Olympian, but he's not as informed as he think he is. I didn't have an amateur career. Even if I didn't have an amateur career, which I had a very successful amateur career, this is the pros. And I think the number is about 80-something% of world champions were not Olympians. So that means nothing. When I touch his soul, then, he'll understand. Something you got to see firsthand. So
I'm so pumped for this fight, man. I really don't even know how it's going to go down. I'm interested to see how much respect you guys have for each other at the center of the ring in that first round, and then who's going to show more skill. That's a lot of the questions I have, but obviously we don't want to give away game plan from either of y'all. Last question for both fighters. F.A. Apochi, the Nigerian Pitbull, undefeated, all knockouts in his career. What should the fans expect June 27th in the Armory, Minnesota, live on Fox?
It's a KO. You know, I knock out everybody I face. So he knows, they know, and I know. So I'm definitely gonna stop him. I told all my fans back home in Nigeria, I say, if you want to make quick money, go bet that fight. You know, I cannot predict the rounds, but it's impossible for anybody to go 10 round or 12 round with me with a 10 hands glove. Impossible. And he's talking about his size. I brought Ajagba up. I've been sparring Ajagba for 8 years. He never touched me. He can't even touch me, you know, because of my elusiveness and my flexibility and all that. You can't touch me no matter how big you are. You know, because of the Nigerian Pitbull, Nigeria never had a heavyweight for almost 4 years because I stopped all of them in camp and they never traveled to any tournament until I brought Ajagba in and I said, this guy can box. Before the national coach said, okay, now we have a heavyweight who can. I've been destroying the heavyweight from the amateur to these days. So size is not even the problem right now. No matter how big you think you are, this is boxing. You know, this is boxing. It's scientific. There are some places I will touch you, and we'll see what you you have in the tank.
Brandon, what should the fans expect June 27th? It's going to be a Sunday night.
Like I told you before, you know, it's a good chance this man could be done boxing when we finish. I'm glad he's confident. I'm glad that he's coming to fight. I'm glad I got the opportunity. You know, the respect is sky high. You know, like you said before, you know, we're tight, but at the end of the day, this is a business. I'm gonna pray for him before the fight and after the fight. But in between the bells, I can't do anything for him. It's a good chance that June 27th might be the last time he not only puts on a pair of gloves, but he walks. It's gonna be a good night.
Ooh, I'm so pumped for this one, guys. And I really appreciate you guys reposting my graphics and posting on social media, all the Airshow stuff. Really appreciate it. I can't wait for this one. For the people tuning in, make sure you hit the like button on this video. Make sure you tune in June 27th, Sunday night, live on Fox. You got F.A. Apochi, 11-0, 11 knockouts against Brandon Glanton, 13-0, 11 knockouts. Co-main event on the PBC card. It should be the damn main event. But thank you everybody for tuning in, and we really appreciate it. Thanks again, guys. I really appreciate F.A. and Brandon.
Let me ask Glanton a question.
Go ahead.
He got 13 fights and 11 knockouts. What happened to the rest 2 people?
Hey, you couldn't
knock them out, and you think you're gonna stop the Nigerian Pitbull.
Name one perfect fighter. All right, name one.
I don't know who you fought. You know, I don't know who you fought, but you fought.
Outside.
No. But what I'm saying is this: you have a 13 professional fight, and you could not stop the 13 people, and now you think you're going to stop the Nigerian Pitbull. How is that even possible in the first place? What happened to those two guys you went the distance with?
Hey, listen, I didn't go the distance with both, but
so what happened?
Do your research. It doesn't matter.
I don't know. I'm asking you a question. What happened to the 2 people you went the distance with?
What? Go watch it on YouTube. When you
I'm asking you. Everybody's listening to you now. What happened to the 2 persons, because you had 13 fights and 11 KO? What happened to the 2 persons you went the distance with?
Hey, listen.
So if you cannot stop those people, how are you going to stop the Nigerian Pitbull?
Listen.
Impossible.
Know that when people about to get knocked out, they do all types of things, and some of those things they might do might get them disqualified. Go look at it. So maybe, he didn't knock him out, this and that. Okay, that's because on the way to going to sleep, they did something stupid and got disqualified. So, but again, it doesn't matter about them. It's like when people watch film on other fighters, that you're not fighting me. You're gonna fight that guy differently. So whatever my record is, it doesn't matter. You got to see me. Ronnie can't save you. Al can't save you. Your manager can't save you. 2 fights. I didn't get knocked. 2 fights.
And the referee cannot save you either.
Opportunity that you won't get.
Let's get it. Let's get it, y'all. Hey, I'm so pumped. If this don't get you excited, I don't know what will. I appreciate you guys both. Thanks for tuning in. It's your boy, Young Cantu, signing off.